What's up, Southern Utah? It is a terrific Tuesday. Greetings, salutations, and good morning from the Findlay Hyundai studio. Devin, Dixon, Ratliff, and we are The Drive. Let's go. Paulie, how we feeling on a Tuesday?
Good, buddy.
Get that microphone ready to
set
go.
Up here. Yeah, here we go.
Hot air coming. Hot and heavy. We actually have a lot of content on a Tuesday, mid-July. I mean, here we are, July 21st. I think you called it the sports dog days of summer yesterday. Armpit of the summer.
It is. We're right in it right now.
Yeah, that's probably no lie with the World Cup now done, the final golf major now done. LeBron can't make a decision. We've got baseball and lists.
Yes.
And lists.
That's right.
And more lists. And odds. And really, it's time to start cranking up football talk. I mean, this is where you turn the page to football season.
Yeah.
We're less than 14 days away from our high school football media day. We do have the Big Sky Media Day coming up today. And I do want to talk about the preseason media and coaches poll.
Saw the poll
that came out yesterday. And we'll get into that. We haven't done this in a while, though. Let's go with best thing. I got one or two. I know you got one or two. We have not done this. It's brought to you this morning by our friends at Game Day Men's Health, where you can get a free testosterone test, absolutely free, no strings attached, just so you know your T levels. You get your results in office back in 15 minutes or less. All the labs done right there in-house. That is exceptional. So you're busy, you're in, you're out, you know your T levels. And if you're feeling like something off, you're tired, you're sluggish, libido's dropping, don't have any energy to hit the gym, could just be low T dragging you down, go get tested. And if you decide that you're low and you want to get on testosterone replacement therapy, it's a lot of guys are doing it. I've been doing it for years now, and it's oversought. It's medically supervised. You're in great hands, and it's a game changer, all for just as little as $50 a week. $50 a week. Game Day Men's Health. Give them a call. Go to the website, gamedaymen'shealth.com/St. George. Always call or text. And we push the text line hard in the show because the girls aren't in the office yet here in the 7 o'clock hour. So you can pick up the phone and get that free T-test, 435-265-4223. Let's go.
It's time for The Best Thing I Saw with Devin Dixon on The Drive.
I'm going baseball. We haven't talked a lot of baseball this summer, I'll be honest. The All-Star Game Home Run Derby was great. The game itself was a yawner. I couldn't even sit through it. I mean, I don't need to see 20,000 strikeouts in a 3-0 game, 4-0 game. It's just boring. But my Mariners are in a pennant race, so I was tuned in last night. I went to Odessa last night. The new movie with Matt Damon.
Odyssey.
It's Odessa.
Is it Odessa? I've never heard it said that way.
That's how they said it in the movie.
Oh,
I went to the
okay.
I mean,
All
it's
right.
not Odyssey. I did not hear Odyssey pronounced once in 3 hours of movie time, almost 3 hours of movie time last night.
That's the first time I've heard Odessa, but okay.
Odessa.
All right.
It's Odessa.
I like that.
It's not Odyssey.
It's Odysseus, but it's not.
Odysseus, yes.
That's the character's name.
Correct.
The movie is called Odyssey, I believe.
I never heard that once last night.
All right.
I thought you said it Odessa.
I have not seen it yet, but I do want to see the Odessa. Are you sure?
Well, I'm going off the movie. I don't know. I'm not. I don't study. I'm not a history teacher. I don't study
Clearly.
Greek. I don't study Greek mythology.
I think it's called the Odyssey, is the way the word is said.
Okay, maybe. I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you.
I thought it's common knowledge. I didn't know that you didn't know that it was the Odyssey.
That was not said once last night, so I thought it was Odyssey. Because that's how they said it in the movie. But I could be wrong. I don't care. That doesn't change the point. I went to the flick.
Yeah, you saw it.
I haven't been to a movie for a minute.
How many range balls out of 5 did it get?
5.
5. Okay, so it was a good movie.
I think I liked it more than my wife. We went out last night,
and she's a history teacher, right? Did she think it was factually correct and all that?
No, there was some differences.
Okay.
She actually made one comment. She thought Percy Jackson's version, which is another movie, followed the line a little bit better, but I don't know. She enjoyed it. She enjoyed it.
All right.
Yeah. So anyway, I get back and I turn the Mariners game on in the 6th inning just in time to maybe just see Cal Raleigh
do something
to help the Mariners get out of kind of a bad first half of the season, comparatively speaking to last year. I mean, Cal has just not been raking. He's been on the DL. It has been a disappointing season thus far for Cal Raleigh. And then in the 7th, this happened last night, which maybe gets the M's going a little bit. This was at in Seattle last night. And 7th inning, give it a listen.
Oh, no audio on this guy, huh? Okay. We'll restart it. I'm sorry, I didn't have it.
Fly ball, blasted, way back and gone! Grand slam, Cal Raleigh!
Pretty impressive shot there. Got the fireworks queued up and everything.
By the way, rate the call. That call was clean. There was a lot of energy. There wasn't a lot of excess.
Mm-hmm.
The excitement told you that was a shot. Did it get off the Starbucks logo there at the front of the upper deck? I couldn't tell exactly where that ball landed, but somewhere right around that logo. And it was a shot. So that was one of the best things I saw last night for a struggling Cal Raleigh. I mean, he has just been, he should have been the MVP last year. Judge ended up getting it in a very tight race. Very tight race.
Yes.
And I don't know how much that's affected him, but the injuries, the wear and tear, maybe the expectations. This is a guy that said vocally he wants to be a Mariner for life. So Cal Raleigh goes out there and swats in 5 RBI. They win 8-0, and now the Mariners are a game back above 500.
Nice.
And they're in the standings right now in the AL West atop the division with the Rangers losing their 2nd straight last night. The Mariners are back in first place. So we'll see here post All-Star break if maybe that grand salami is you got the rye bread out, the mustard, and Cal Raleigh goes Yahtzee. The disappointing thing, man, Julio just got back from a couple-week injury. He takes a ball off the throw as he's running to first base. I think it was precautionary. They just wanted to get him some treatment, but they removed him from the game. He just got back a game ago. And now Julio might be out another. I don't think it's serious, but that was that also happened in the game last night. A lot of Cole Emerson had a game. Cole Young had a game. Randy Arozarena had a game. Victor Robles had a game. He went 4 for 4 last night.
Former Nat.
4 for 4. Former Nat. Yeah, hadn't won 4 for 4 since he was with the Nats. And he just did that last night with the M's. They've now won 3 in a row. That was the best thing I saw. I do have some honorable mentions I'll get to, but Paulie, best thing for you yesterday in the sports world.
Yes, and this is in the sports world, but it's a little looser of a connection to sports. It's more of a human story, but
I can get behind that.
How about Aaron Rodgers? I'm going to show a picture here for our viewers on the stream. This is Aaron with his mom. They have been estranged for many, many, many years, and this is from his official Instagram account. Another bonding week is the caption with his mom, and he also shares a picture with his dad. His brother wasn't there, but his mom and dad are reconnecting with a guy who didn't want anything to do with his parents for a long time. So I feel as if Rodgers, we kind of dump on him a lot on this show, rightly so. I think he's been kind of a weird figure. He's kind of aloof, kind of a strange guy, definitely with the vaccine stuff and his outright takes about things that he's always had. So he's always been one to go on the McAfee show and talk. He's always been the one to throw shade on people. But this is the side of Aaron Rodgers I guess we don't really see too often is him making amends with his parents. He wrote there was a book. I mean, there was all kinds of talk about this. So this is a big deal. I think it's a huge deal that Aaron is reconnecting with his parents. And I think it's cool for anybody who doesn't have a great relationship with a family member, a sister, a brother, a mom, dad, if they can make amends and time heals all is the old adage. So maybe time has healed things between this family and they can move forward with their son back in the mix. So that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, the situation, I remember when Aaron Rodgers' brother, I think it's Jordan Rodgers, he was a college quarterback and never did what Aaron did or even close to it, but he went on The Bachelor. Remember ABC show The Bachelor, and he went on that show? That's when I think it kind of became public that Aaron Rodgers' family life was estranged, and they had reports were they hadn't been talking since about 2014.
Yeah, it's a long time.
It's 2026. It's been over a decade.
Years. Yeah.
It's been 12 years. And so this actually could be really good for Aaron Rodgers. Either his psychiatrist is getting through to him, or Aaron is just getting a little older and wiser and really realizing the importance of family. And if being happy and fulfilled helps a person do their job, then maybe this sets the table for a good NFL season for Aaron Rodgers.
Could be a good omen, I would say. In the looking into the future.
Paulie, how many times have you heard me say I really believe in the motivation of life through sports, right?
Yes.
People have, tragedies happen. They have experiences life that can really motivate them. Rally a team, fallen soldier type mentality. But I do believe in this type of thing too. Like when you're feeling fulfilled, when you're feeling like everything is going good, you're whistling on the way to the Pittsburgh Steelers field for practice. He's getting married. Yeah. We don't know much about the fiance. She's a pretty private person. But Aaron Rodgers is now 42. He's ready to play his 22nd season.
Yeah.
And he has called this the last go-round, the last rodeo, if you will.
That's right. And he's dated some numerous stars, A-listers, Danica Patrick, the owner of the Bucks' daughter. Like, he's definitely had some high profile, but this girlfriend has stayed under wraps. I don't think anyone has actually seen his current girlfriend, fiance. I think it's kind of been a secret to the media, and it's to a certain degree. I don't think we've seen anything surface really of the two together or out and about. Yeah, Brittany is
highly private woman named Brittany. Mm-hmm. He did confirm that she was his girlfriend on Pat McAfee show a couple years ago.
But I don't think we've seen
And I think now they're married. I think they actually did go get married sometime, earlier this year or late last year.
Okay.
So, but we don't know anything about her.
She's a mystery woman to the public.
We did see a picture of them on the internet in May of them. She's got a lot of tattoos, Paulie. Ball TV had a picture of Aaron Rodgers and Brittany, but we don't know much about her. Like, we don't know anything about her. What do you think of the tattoos?
I think I've seen that.
Is that AI?
I think it is AI.
Is it really?
I think he's kept this woman completely secret to the public.
Wow.
And people just kind of made...
You never know what's AI anymore.
Yeah. Twitter's a scary place for AI, but... her name is Brittany, though. I've heard that, but I
still you're not confirming the picture. That's what you're saying.
That's right.
Yeah.
I wouldn't confirm the picture.
Yeah, she looks like, and I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, good for Aaron.
Good for Rodgers.
Good for his mom and his dad, especially his mom, because that's hard. As a parent and especially a mom, to have no relationship with your little boy. He's always your little boy.
Yeah,
and so that's got to be rough. So this is probably good news for all your Pittsburgh Steelers fans out there.
I would think so.
But Dad and Aaron got their arm around the backs of each other. Mom's kind of cuddling in and giving him a big hug, and he put a bonding week and a hashtag fam on the post on his official Instagram account. So this is not AI generated on this.
No, this is
real.
Widely reported.
Yeah, this is real. I like that. Best thing for you, Paulie.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I like that.
Like to see some good things happen for even guys. I've never really been an Aaron Rodgers fan. I know he's a great quarterback.
I haven't really been a fan of his either. I'm not going to pretend that I've been in his camp. Now, when he was with the Packers and he was at the top of his game winning the Super Bowl.
And a lot of MVPs and all that stuff. He was a great player one time.
I don't know that there's anybody better at drawing the defense offsides that's ever played the quarterback position and then taking that shot on the fade route and connecting as much as Aaron Rodgers. That is his signature move, right?
Yeah.
And we'll see if he's got one good season left. 22 years. He is the NFL's version of Tom Brady. Also, the NFL's version of LeBron James.
Yeah.
With Brady now going to, it appears, a pro wrestling career.
Yeah, that's a bad bit.
We can enjoy.
We can get into that. I think that's a terrible bit for the greatest of all time quarterback to be slumming. Like, imagine Michael Jordan doing these hacky bits, like going wrestling Jake Paul or something. You know, it would never happen. I don't know why Brady, who is worth like $750 million, he doesn't need the money. And like all this does is it kind of taints his legacy a little bit to me, not on the field, but as just the Tom Brady aura, like the guy, like why is he slumming it fighting a Paul brother? I mean,
I don't know.
I mean, I kind of just feel like that's just a bad career decision for a guy that's made every correct decision his whole career.
Sure.
So, and we saw it was at Fanatics Fest. Did you see the slap? Brady slapped Paul and all.
Yes,
I mean, all that is just made
showmanship.
It's all for show, you know. And now they're gonna pretend they're angry at each other. I saw Brady flipping him the bird at the World Cup game and stuff. So they're making all this fake friction to lead up to this huge pay-per-view fight. I'm calling it right now. They're going to make this huge production. These guys are going to pretend to hate each other for like 6 more months, and all behind the scenes, they're buddy-buddy, you know? So, and then they're going to fight, make a ton of money, and laugh at everyone who paid for the pay-per-view. I think that's exactly what's going to happen with this.
Yep.
I'm forecasting ahead.
Yep. I don't think anybody's going to disagree with you. I'm not going to fight back on that.
Okay.
I mean, it's all the show. It's all fake. It's all scripted anyway. And so it's all a ratings grab.
If it was a real thing, it would have happened at a restaurant somewhere, not at Fanatics Fest or at a bar or at an appearance.
Yeah, it would have been more like a Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero situation where they're
which is real.
tussling in the casino.
Yes, that's real friction.
Correct.
This is made for TV friction.
Yeah, and some people like that. I've never really gotten the itch on the WWE or the WWF.
What about the Paul brothers? Do you have any intrigue with them?
None.
Like
Zero.
the Tyson fight. Did you watch
None.
that? Did you
Zero.
watch the Tyson fight?
Zip.
You didn't watch the Tyson
Didn't even
fight.
think about watching it. Okay. No interest whatsoever.
See, I'm with you. I hate the Paul brothers. I think they're kind of insufferable.
Look, I haven't enjoyed wrestling since, you know, the Bushwhackers and Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. Hulkamania was running wild.
Randy Savage. Oh, yeah.
The Macho Man.
The Macho Man. I have not got into pro wrestling since I was a kid. It just didn't stick with me. I did enjoy it as a kid, and those were some of the people I remember watching.
Yeah.
I loved the Bushwhackers.
Okay.
But I know people. I know people in this building that love it and watch it and go back and watch old episodes all the time.
WrestleMania reruns. And all that.
But not me. Not me. Give me live sports, unscripted every single time. Okay, we're off and running. That's the best thing we saw. We're going to take a break. When we come back, college football quarterbacks. And how do they rank? Ooh, The Athletic just put out their tiers. We'll break it down for you when we come back. It is The Drive. We're rocking and rolling on a Tuesday. Coach Hickson is going to be by. The newest one of the newest coaches. There's been a few coaches hired this summer. But one of the brand new coaches in Region 9 baseball. He will be heading up the efforts for the Hurricane Tigers. He'll be in about 8:20, second hour on the program. So I'm really excited to meet Coach, hear about his vision, hear about landing that job in what is a tremendous Region 9. Paulie, we've talked about how dominant Region 9 baseball has been, winning state title after state title for 13 straight years.
Yeah.
And so that is going to be fun. Huge opportunity out there in H-Town for Coach Hickson, and we'll get to know him a little bit more and hear from him in the second hour. In between that, we got a bunch of stuff. LeBron, why is it taking so long? NBA win totals came out, so we're going to talk about the Jazz projected win total for the season. Paulie and I will decipher if it's going over or under. So we got some fun stuff planned for you today on a Tuesday when we come back. Yep, we're back. Good Tuesday to you. Some news today, Polly. A couple breaking stories that are developing. ESPN and NFL Network, and I always hate to see this, they're in the middle of some layoffs.
Yeah.
And Ryan Clark, mid-show yesterday, they were taping out NFL Live. Mid-show, they informed him they would not be continuing to have him work on the network and making $2 million a year. He had a very open negotiation. He felt like he's worth more. He's had some rifts with colleagues. He's been, a little controversial. He never bothered me. I was fine with Ryan Clark.
Yeah.
But I didn't see every second of every drop of every, segment he did. But I liked his perspective from what I did hear. But there was the thing with Peter. There was a couple of dust-ups on social media. Schlager, yeah. But anyway, I guess they did not want to not be able to tell him in person, and they didn't want him to find out on social media, and so he didn't finish the show yesterday. Yeah. That's rough. Could you imagine you and I getting let go mid-show? Boss comes in and says, "You guys are done. Yeah. Pack up your stuff and go," and you just throw it on the bird. I mean, that's got to be a tough thing. Now, Ryan Clark, I mean, he'll land on his feet, I'm sure, and he'll have some other opportunities, but not currently at ESPN. Now, ESPN acquired the NFL Network. Carl Ravitch is supposedly next that could be laid off. There's a lot of numerous reports out there that Ravitch will be the next, and most of the laybacks are expected at NFL Network. And yeah, we'll have to kind of wait and see. That's kind of a revolving door. I feel like every 4 or 5 years they have a big round of cutbacks. They spend, build, and then they cut back, and then they rebuild, and then they cut back, and it's probably just a vicious cycle. So there's that going on out there today. Just a quick headline for you, if you will. I don't want to spend too much time on that. I hate it when you see somebody, in the same business as you and I, Paulie, get let go. Mistakes will be made. You talk a lot. Not everything you say is going to please everybody.
No.
Part of the gig. Did you like Ryan Clark?
Yeah,
You could take him or leave him?
I could take him or leave him personally.
What
There's
about Carl
a lot
Ravage?
more layoffs, like David Pollock a couple years ago. I really liked him on game day. Like, there's been bigger layoffs for me.
Yeah, but isn't
at
McAfee
ESPN.
better?
McAfee replaced Corso, I think.
Yeah, but I mean,
Pollock was more like the side guy. He wasn't on
him
the
and
panel.
Desmond.
Yeah, he wasn't on the panel. So
he wasn't with Desmond.
he wasn't on the panel for College Game Day. He was kind of their.
Oh, you said game day. I was sorry.
And they kind of do scenes off to the side with Pollock and stuff. I always enjoyed his stuff.
Okay, I got you.
But Clark, yeah, I'm not as big of a fan of him.
Gotcha. Hello, football. Hello, you sweet, lovely, sexy game of football.
Yes.
It's time to turn the page to some football. Let's rank some guys, Paulie.
That's right.
Let's talk about, as one football leaves us, the next one settles in right on time. World Cup in the rearview mirror, and American football is coming up. It's time to switch our focus. And today, you could argue the most important position on the field. The Athletic came out and had their entire staff rank college football's best quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Via a tier system.
That's right.
And here is the top 5. Let's start there, and then we'll go on down the list. The staff at the Athletic has ranked Trinidad Chambliss as the number 1 college football quarterback, the Ole Miss signal caller.
Yeah. It was kind of talked about whether or not he would be there this year at Ole Miss playing for Golden after Lane Kiffin left. But yeah, the stats speak for themselves. He's a true dual threat guy. I like Trinidad Chambliss. I don't know if he's the number 1 quarterback in college football, though. I think Ole Miss is primed for a good season. But I think there's a little more hype with the storylines here with Chambliss. I think, being that he was getting that court decision that granted him the extra year, I think that he's been much talked about throughout the college football offseason. I think that kind of lends to him being the number 1. I don't know that he's the best statistical quarterback in college football next year.
But he was great in the deep run for Ole Miss last year. He did have a sensational postseason. Dante Moore, Oregon Ducks quarterback, coming back number 2 on this list.
Yeah, this is where I'd probably put Chambliss. I'd probably put Moore number 1. I think he underwhelming end of the season for Oregon last year. They did beat Texas Tech in the playoff. They totally embarrassed them, and Moore was a big reason why. He also returns one of the most productive receiving corps in the country next season for him. So I think that Moore is poised for a big year in Oregon. I think this is kind of been talking about this with Oregon for the last few years, dating back to the Mariota times. When are they ever going to win the national championship? That's the big question. And is Moore the quarterback to put them over the edge? They've had Herbert and Mariota and others that have not done it for them. Is Moore the guy to finally bring Oregon to the championship game again like they did against Auburn?
Yeah, we'll see. C.J. Carr, Notre Dame, comes in number 3. I think people could make a compelling argument for any of these guys as number 1. You could even do that about 4 and 5. All these choices make plenty of sense.
Yeah.
C.J. Carr at number 3. Darian Mensah, Miami quarterback, comes in at number 4.
That's my favorite one in the top 5. I think Menza's poised after playing at Duke last year, taking them to the ACC championship game. This dude should be with Miami's weapons, their offensive line. I think Darian Mensah and the U are poised to have another massive year in the win-loss totals. I think they're going to be another year in the playoffs out of the ACC with Darian Mensah leading the way.
Mensah is the real deal, ladies and gentlemen, and he is ranked ahead of number 5, Julian Sayin of Ohio State. And boy, I think I agree with you. I hate to do that. I know our listeners love it when you and I butt heads, but Moore would have been a first-round draft pick if he went to the NFL last year.
He would have. Probably the number 2 quarterback taken.
And it's easy to forget that Mensah transferred to national runners-up. Sayin is just really good.
Sayin is very good, and he's got Jeremiah Smith coming back. That's a huge weapon.
Let me tell you the top 5 last year, though.
Okay.
The top 5 preseason expectations are exactly that, preseason expectations. Here is the top 5 ranked quarterbacks going into last season. Tell me how they did, Paulie. At number 1, Cade Klubnik.
He was
terrible
kind of a
season.
Bust, yeah.
Number 2, Garrett Nussmeier.
Another bust.
He was okay, but he was banged up,
yeah.
and it wasn't a smooth sailing season for sure.
No.
Number 3, Lenoris Sellers.
Another bust. I mean, I think he kind of.
We love that he stayed at South Carolina.
Yeah,
but
I liked him.
He didn't have any talent around him.
Year.
Yeah. John Mateer at Oklahoma. He was the number 1 portal transfer last year. He got hurt too, missed 2 or 3 games, came back, played hurt.
I think he is going to be one of the stars this year. But last year, the hand injury really hampered his abilities quite a bit. So I don't know that he should be. He's pretty low on this
16.
list. 16. Yeah, I think he deserves to be higher.
But he was
than that.
4 last year.
Yeah.
He's dropped down. But guess who was number 17 last year? Fernando Mendoza.
Wow.
How'd that work out for Fernando? So I kind of like the Mateers kind of flying under the radar like Mendoza did. If I had to take one pick for the Heisman again this year, just like I did last year, I would agree with you. I would take John Mateer because of the dual threat ability, the system he plays in. And I think Oklahoma, I haven't done a deep dive, but I think they're going to have plenty of playmakers around him.
Yeah, Phil Steele was super high on Oklahoma last year, was leading all our listeners to take the over on their wins, and they had a great season. And if Mateer didn't get hurt, they probably are looking at an even better year, obviously. So number 6 on this list I'm seeing here is Drew Mestemaker, the North Texas transfer, Mean Green quarterback a year ago. Was quite the statistical year for him. 68.9% completion, 34 touchdowns, just 9 interceptions. But he's going to be playing a lot higher competition level now, not the Mean Green opponents anymore. You're talking about the Big 12. So I think Mestemaker been kind of the talk of the offseason in the quarterback ranks after Sorsby decided to, get or to enter the supplemental draft. So Mestemaker is, I think, the best transfer quarterback on the market. Does he prove to be that? As far as rankings go, I like Menza better, but a lot of the rankings say Mestemaker is the best.
Well, I had him a little higher when we talked about the Big 12 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And you're keeping the continuity with your coach. Yes, you're up a level of competition. You're going to face a lot tougher schedule than North Texas did, but it was a good season last year. And numbers are numbers. And throwing the football and completing the football is what this kid's good at. So that's going to be one of the more interesting guys to watch this year. He comes in just behind Julian Sayin, Mestemaker. Arch Manning at number 7, Paulie.
All right. Yes. The number 1 betting odds Heisman Trophy winner once again for the second year in a row. 26 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, a kind of a tough completion percentage, 61.4. Yards per attempt, 7.8 per pass. The dual threat abilities make him on this list in the top 10. I think that they play Ohio State in Austin this year. That should be the biggest non-conference game on the slate. And I think Sayin outduels him again. There's a reason Sayin is higher on this list than Arch. So I like Ohio State against Texas week 2, but that's a little down the road. But number 7 probably was higher than this last year. if I had to guess. But a lot of people loved him last year. A lot of people still thinking he'll be the number 1 pick in April.
61% completion last year, 26 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Those are the numbers for Arch Manning.
61.4 low for a starting quarterback.
He had a shaky first half of the season. Who could forget the first game of the year?
It was abysmal.
You know, he'd have been a top 5 pick, though, if he went in the draft.
He would have.
I mean, Mendoza might not have been a slam at 1.
And apparently he doesn't take much NIL from Texas. He kind of relies on brand deals and endorsements to spread the NIL out among his teammates. I like that from Arch, as he was a superstar before he even stepped on a high school field, just with his last name. So, he's a returning starter. He should be top 10. I don't know about 7 though.
Number 8, Sam Levitt, now with LSU. Transfer from Arizona State.
Yeah, this was a weird scenario last year. Was he hurt? Was he not? Was he saving himself for the portal? Only 10 touchdowns, 3 picks. Didn't play a lot of games last year. Will Kiffin unlock this guy? Kiffin's been kind of a quarterback whisperer, a guy that gets the most out of his QBs, including Trinidad Chambliss. So I could see Sam Levitt having a big year. I would put him higher than 8.
Jaden Mayava is at number 9. He is the first quarterback on kind of that second tier, if you will. I love this kid's moxie down there for the Trojans. He's mobile. He's got a good sense for the game. He can throw on the run. He's just a gamer. He might not have the beautiful deep ball like Sam Levitt. He might not have the strongest arm strength. He doesn't have the last name Manning, but don't let this kid fool you. He is a football player.
Yeah. I like Mayava.
He's kind of similar to the guy at number 10. They kind of have some similarities, although Fafita has a little bit more experience. Noah Fafita, Arizona, comes in number 10.
This was my top quarterback in the Big 12, top 10 in the nation, according to The Athletic, but lower than Mestamaker. So we'll see who ends up being the better player.
Yeah, we're going to have a little running discussion to watch.
That's right. Yeah, 29 touchdowns, 6 interceptions last year. Doesn't have Tet McMillan anymore.
He's
the last
lost
2
a couple
years.
really good receivers.
He's lost
NFL.
some good receivers, but I still think this is a quarterback that's going to continue to reach his ceiling next year. I think he will be a top 10 quarterback in college football.
Number 11, Gunnar Stockton of Georgia, returning starter there. Everybody knows about him. Josh Hoover at 12. He's now at Indiana, the transfer.
TCU. Yeah, he moves on from Sonny Dykes' system to Indiana. And Cignetti, another guy, gets the most out of his QBs. Like you said, Fernando was number 17 on the list last year. Hoover, number 12, so he's got a better starting point. Number 13 is a guy I really loved. I thought he was really in the Heisman race till late. He kind of played himself out. But Marcel Reed, this is a guy, 25 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, gives you a lot on the ground. He's got a lot of athleticism. Kind of reminds me of like a Colin Klein at Kansas State years ago. Just never goes down the first hit. Very agile, fast. I think he could have a year where he rises into the top 10. Marcel Reed at Texas A&M.
Yeah. Other notables as you move down, we mentioned John Mateer comes in 16. If you're wondering where the Utah Ute and BYU quarterbacks are,
this is interesting.
Devin Dampier is number
Higher.
22. According to this list,
yes,
the 22nd ranked quarterback. He'll be back for the U. He can run it. He can throw it. The dual threat quarterback. Obviously, Morgan Scalley, the head coach now. A lot of Ute fans listening to the show right now going, let's go, Devin.
Absolutely. This is a guy I think that was hurt for the primary stretch of the later part of the season last year. Probably couldn't deliver as much on the ground as he wanted. I think he's going to be a sensation for Morgan Scalley this year in his first season.
He had the third most rushing yards of all the Power 4 quarterbacks last year.
He did, yeah.
I mean, if he's healthy, I think he goes over the 1,000-yard mark. He had 835.
Yes.
His touchdown-to-turnover ratio is one of the best in the country. 24 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. So I think he, making the jump from New Mexico into the Big 12, Utah Utes, kept his OC, kept that familiarity. That's why I like Mestamaker. And I think Dampier will be even better should he stay healthy this year. He might be too low at 22, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he could be a little low. I think he's in for a big season this year. And, acclimation period from New Mexico, like you say, take some time. I think he's fully acclimated, ready to go, and healthy. The most important thing for Devin Dampier. At number 30 is where Bear Bachmeier checks in. The production was good for the true freshman, of course. 26 touchdowns he was responsible for last year. A lot on the ground, only 15 through the air. That means 11 coming on the ground. I think he's got to be more decisive. He's got to make the tough window throws. He's got to make the throws whenever, I've said this a few times, when everyone in the stadium knows you're going to throw the ball. You know, that's the way you can mark a good quarterback making pressure-packed throws. I mean, when everyone knows it's 3rd and 9 and you're down by 7, you got to throw the football. I want to see more from Bear in those situations. I think he's a great runner, but he's got a ways to go as a passer.
And there are question marks about the wide receiving core coming back. You know, you lost a couple good seniors. You lost Parker Kingston to the honor code. So this is going to be a lot different receivers that he will be throwing the ball to. But he kind of rounds out tier 3 on the top college quarterbacks list. Any notables that jump out at you on tier 4? I mean, you got a couple more Big 12 guys in there.
Bryce Underwood was the number 1 quarterback, dual threat quarterback in his class. He's all the way down this list at 31. 5-star recruit, 11 touchdowns, 9 picks a year ago. Not very good. They're expecting a much bigger season from him with Kyle Whittingham and co. leading the way. So the Sharon Moore disaster that was last year at Michigan is over. You got probably the most stable coach coming in that you can find in Kyle Whittingham. Will he deliver better results for Bryce Underwood? I'm not sure, but he's super talented, dual threat guy, but can he get more than he got out of him last year? 11 and 9. Not a great ratio for Underwood.
Yeah. DJ Lagway also on tier 4. He was a guy that was top 5 last year, transfers to Baylor, and now he's way down on the list after a disappointing season in the transfer.
You see the tier 4, there's a lot of Big 12 guys. You got Will Hammond, the Texas Tech backup that's presumably going to be the starter.
Yeah,
Avery Johnson at Kansas State, returning starter, been there a few years now. Jaden Craig at TCU, another transfer for TCU after what's his name, Hoover departs, and DJ Lagway, like you said.
And Cutter Boley, who's anticipated to be the starter coming from Kentucky, now at Arizona State.
That's right. And one last one, Alonzo Barnett at UCF is 43rd. So the Big 12, a lot of quarterbacks in that 4th tier.
All right. They go all the way through tier 5 and tier 6. They rank quarterbacks all the way down to, what is it? What's the total? The last number, 136? 38. 138 quarterbacks are ranked. McKay Hillstead, by the way, Utah State comes in 134. He's not last, but he's 4th from last.
Low on the list. Okay.
He started his career with the Aggies, went to BYU. Now he's back at Utah State with Bronco. You know, local kid, in-state kid, not very big. The jury's out on him. Just, we don't know what he's going to do given a full season. Should he stay healthy and start every snap? What kind of numbers can McKay Hillstead put up? We're going to find out this year for the Aggies.
Yeah.
So there is your list if you want to dive deeper on it. See your favorite team's quarterback. We kind of grazed over a lot. We're not going to go all 138 deep, but some of the notables there as college football week 0 is a little over a month away, less than 5 weeks away from college football. Pigskins flying through the air. That first game of the year, week 0 in Dublin. What time will that be? Like a 9 a.m. game, Mountain Time? It'll be an early game.
Yeah, let me check
here in the Mountain Time Zone. I think there's 7 week 0 college football games on the dock, and there's a couple decent ones. There's nothing eye-popping. There's some big matchups week 2, but really excited. College football is right around the corner. We do have the
10 a.m.
10 a.m. Mountain Time.
North Carolina, TCU.
Decent game, Big 12 team playing.
Bill Belichick after that disastrous first season.
Yeah.
He'll see how he gets them ready to go.
The other thing I wanted to mention, when we come back, the Big Sky had their media and coaches poll. Where did SUU rank? Where did Utah Tech rank? As they are now Well, for SUU back in the Big Sky, and for Utah Tech going to the Big Sky for the first time ever after leaving the WAC. We'll tell you on the other side of a timeout. It is the Drive Show today, brought to you by Zag. Protect your phone better. Go see our friends at Zag. They'll put a screen protector on your phone. It comes with a lifetime warranty. Phone cases warranted as well. Charger ports and accessories. Go check them out. Everything to protect your phone. 2 St. George, 1 Cedar City Zag location. If you ever break your phone, they will fix it for you. Just mention our show. Just say, hey, Devin and Paulie, the guys on the Fan Sports Network. They'll give you $20 off. Just ask for that $20 discount, and they'll hook you up if you need to repair your actual phone. But hopefully you put that screen protector on, and that won't happen. We'll be back in a flash. It's The Drive on a Tuesday. Stick around. Yeah, we're back, everybody. It is The Drive, brought to you by our friends at Coral Canyon Golf Course. Get out and play. Just $80 with the summer special. That gets you 18 holes with cart, with range balls, with lunch, and a drink. All that for just $80. Get your tee times. Call out and ask for the summer special. Tell them you heard it on the radio. 435-688-1700. They will hook you up. 435-688-1700. The Big Sky Conference. We're going to be talking a lot about that here on the Fan Sports Network in the coming weeks and months and years. The Big Sky preseason coaches and media polls have been released, with the defending national champ Montana State Bobcats, of course, tabbed as the league favorite in both the media and the coaches poll heading into the 2026 season. It's ironic Utah Tech, will open at home against Montana State on August 29th. Now, this announcement comes ahead of the Big Sky kickoff weekend, which is set for this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday out in Spokane, Washington. They'll be at the Northern Quest Resort and Casino. And the Bobcats got 35 first-place votes from the media. Paulie and I did not have a vote in this. And 11 from the league's head coaches after a historic end of the 2025 campaign. I mean, Montana State, what can you say about them? I followed this team closely last year. They won the Big Sky regular season championship. They went undefeated 8-0. They end the year on a 14-game winning streak, and they have the overtime win against Illinois State to claim the FCS national championship. Now, they've been consensus in media and coaches in this polls preseason is one thing, but what they did last year when they were voted consensus is they went and backed it up. I won the whole kit and caboodle. So Montana State, to nobody's surprise, number one. Of course, nobody's going to be surprised that Montana is number two. Utah Tech will see them in week 3. UC Davis comes in number 3. They did get 2 first-place votes, though, Paul.
Yeah, I saw that.
Northern Arizona comes in at 4. This is the coaches poll.
Yeah.
Idaho State at 5. And then right there, mid-pack, SUU. This is kind of a tip to the cap to Delane Fitzgerald and the foundation that he has started to grow again after taking over, what was 5 seasons ago. This will be his 5th year. Taking over for Demario Warren. This has been kind of a build, and a little bit of a slow burn. They had a lot of talent last year, maybe undelivered. One more win, they probably get into the FCS playoffs, but it did not happen. That UC San Diego loss, I think it was week 3, if you look back, was kind of the one that kind of undid that season a little bit. That was a very bad road loss.
I think they started 1-3.
Yeah. But look, I mean, this is still Delane Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
Delane's quote on where they were tabbed. The preseason recognition comes as SUU is going back to the Big Sky. And he 22, 23, 24, 25. This is 2026. This is his 5th season, and it's been a great turnaround. And they have climbed the standings. They've had 4 straight seasons of improvement, and they've went 7-5 the last 2 years. And so look,
He started out 1-4 last year.
Yeah, it was rough. It was rough.
A bad start.
And Coach, here's the quote I wanted to get to. When we arrived at Southern Utah, our goal was to build a program that could consistently compete for championships. Every season, we've taken another step forward. And I think these polls reflect a modest amount of respect our players and staff have earned. At the same time, giving our football program the opportunity to earn a lot more respect moving forward. Returning to the Big Sky is an exciting challenge, and our team is ready to embrace it. That was the quote from Delane Fitzgerald after the polls came out. As for Utah Tech, Paulie, they are way down the list. They were voted 13th in both polls, which is dead last. 13 football schools.
That's right.
In the Big Sky. So SUU 6th in one poll, 7th in the media poll, Tech 13 in both polls. Hour 1 in the books. Hour 2 coming up when we come back. Never sold out, baby. We are live in the Finley Hyundai Studios. Good news this Friday, Saturday, and Monday. So the 24th, 25th, and 27th. With any new car purchase, they're doing the Getaways Freedom Sales event. They've got 0% on a Santa Fe, Tucson. They've got some great rates. They've got some cash back on select models. And for those 3 days only, they're going to throw in a $500 gas card with any new car purchase to Maverick. So you can get hooked up with some fuel to do that last minute, trip or that last minute back to school shopping or whatever you're up to. Go check it out at Finley Hyundai. That's this Friday, Saturday, and next Monday. A little bonus for you, huh, Paulie? How about that?
Yeah, that's always good.
What would you do with $500 gas? You would gas up and you would go.
I would go.
The odds are out, and let's see. We had David James on the show. DJ now retired. We had him on this summer before he retired. His last show on ABC. Oh, excuse me. I'm thinking of Wesley Ruff, not DJ. We had DJ on too. Mm-hmm. David James. David James is not retiring. I meant to say Wesley Ruff of ABC.
Yeah.
And we asked him, how many wins do you forecast for the Jazz? We asked David James too. And I'm trying to remember which one of them said 42 wins. There would be 500 this year. The bookmakers, the odds line artists, these guys are so good at setting lines. These future bets, tons of money wagered on them, over under the win total for the season.
Yes.
Do we have a drum roll, Paulie? The odds are out.
Yes.
Listeners, take a guess what you think out of the 82-game schedule. How many predicted wins the Jazz will have? And the answer is
35.5 for the Utah Jazz.
35.5.
Split -110 either way, over or under.
So Wesley predicting the over when he joined us a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
I would lean under, although I would hope to be wrong. That's a big jump. That's a big jump if they could go win 36, 37, 38, 39 games, 40 games.
But they weren't even fielding competitive starting lineups last year. I think the 18 wins is a little skewed from even last year. They should have been if they were playing their starters
in the
20s. Yeah. They should have been in the 20s last year. Yeah, it was a tank.
They were tanking. Go ahead and say the T word.
They were not playing anybody of significance late in the season.
Oh,
they were just mailing in games.
100%.
So they should have been somewhere in the
24,
mid
25,
20s
26
last year.
Okay.
So this isn't as big of a jump from 18 to 36 if you're looking at the over. You really shouldn't think of it as an 18 to 36 doubling your win total, because that's what it would be, doubling your win total. But I think that 36 is very attainable for the Jazz.
Well, let's be honest. Darren Peterson passed the eyeball test. It looks like they have a star in the making.
Yeah.
They probably could have shut him down a little earlier in Vegas, which they kind of did.
Yeah.
He looked like the best player on the court in a lot of moments, in Salt Lake especially. Even against Debanza head-to-head, he had 24. Debanza had 27. This is a fun squad. Don't let this squad fool you. I mean, everyone that watched Darren Peterson play in Salt Lake and Vegas said the same thing. I don't care if it was executives or coaches, reporters, scouts, fans.
Yeah.
He looks like a superstar in the making. Is he perfect? Is there ever a perfect player? No. There's some things he's got to work on, but he's 19 years old. The ceiling is the roof. The roof is the moon. The moon is the stars. I mean, all those things kind of stand true. The bigger question I have, if the Jazz are going to go over the 35, 36 wins, is how much can they get from Ace Bailey, who I'm still not sold on, and Cody Williams, who I'm still not sold in, because they also played in Summer League, and Darren Peterson stole all the headlines, Paulie.
This was... Let's see. I'm trying to find the lineups from late in the season. So this is an August or April 5th game.
Yeah. So this is a couple weeks left in the season.
This is who was playing. So the starting lineup theoretically will be Lowry, Jaren Jackson Jr., Keontae, Darren Peterson, and fill in the blank with the fifth starter.
You would hope it's Ace Bailey, but
you would hope,
but you don't know that for sure.
That's right. So Ace probably one of the only guys that was playing heavy minutes in April this year that should have been. The other guys that were starting played 43 minutes And in this game, had 34 points, was Bryce Sensabaugh, maybe a piece.
I think Collier, Sensabaugh, Filipowski, those are nice pieces off the bench.
Oscar Tshiebwe played for the Jazz in August April.
Don't see him getting a lot of run in the top, 8-man rotation.
Filipowski was a starter that played 38 minutes in the game.
I actually think he's sneaky good.
But I don't think he should be playing 38 minutes. He should be playing like 15 to 20 in a game.
And that's what he will be doing now this year. I rest assured. 20 is a good minute night, for Filipowski, because you have to remember Kessler is now gone.
And then Cody Williams played 36 minutes. I don't think in any world this coming season, you'll see Cody Williams play 36 minutes.
Yeah, and the report on Cody Williams...
He's been better.
Well, some athletic moments, a couple defensive highlights. There was stretches where all of a sudden he made some threes. Yeah. But he shot in Vegas 50% from the free throw line.
He was very good
from the free throw line.
Oh, from the free throw.
From the 50%, that's Shaq numbers.
Yeah.
Filipowski and Collier did not, third-year players sometimes play in Summer League. They did not play in Summer League.
They've kind of earned their merit, I think.
I think a lot of people were hoping that Cody Williams would look miles ahead of Summer League competition, but he kind of blended in. He didn't really stand out. No. Now, you can't put all your stock into Summer League, whether it's good stock or bad stock.
Yes.
But when Peterson pops in there and is dropping 28 points, and you don't even notice Cody Williams, I don't know that there's a lot to get excited about right now for Cody Williams. We knew he was going to be a developmental player. Mm-hmm. Came out, young guy, out of Colorado.
Like 18, 19.
Jalen Williams is his brother, plays for OKC. There's just more experienced players that have learned more. He's got to get the experience. He's got to get the reps. He's got to keep working on getting back to the basics and improving. Yeah. I mean, Collier, Filipowski, Sensabaugh look like more important pieces right now than Cody Williams. Let's be honest.
That's right.
And Ace Bailey is not that much further ahead of Cody Williams. And maybe slightly, but, you put him on Summer League for a reason. Opportunity for him to show how much he learned in his rookie season, show his strengths, show, the offseason workouts and what they've done for him. Mm-hmm. But right out of the gate, he got back spasms in Salt Lake City. And then he finally came back, and it was the Jazz second game in Vegas. He played 8 minutes in the first half, and then they shut him down. Back spasms again.
That's right.
I mean, either he didn't want to play in Summer League or he's as soft as the other side of the pillow.
This was the starting lineup the last game of the season. So I just want to make this point again. Blake Henson played 26 minutes. Cody Williams played 39 minutes. Oscar Tshiebwe played 32 minutes. Ace Bailey played 29 minutes. And Bez Membeng played 48 minutes. So, like that's the point I'm trying to allude to, is that they weren't even trying to win or field competitive
Not the
teams.
last game of the season, no.
Or even the last month of the season, What
about the start of the season? Your point is falling on deaf ears. They tanked the whole season. The whole season was a train wreck.
I think Keontae was playing game one.
Okay, I'll give you game one. I'll give you game one.
Lowry was playing.
The season was a train wreck from the start. That team was not doing anything.
Starting lineup opening night.
Okay, say they win 6 or 7 more games and play to win.
Kessler, Keontae, and Filipowski are 4 guys that they rolled out plenty of games.
The Jazz are an integral part of why the NBA has reshaped the tanking rules. They were right there. The Spurs did it when they got Wemby. Remember, and the Spurs were really close to winning the title this year, and they hadn't made the playoffs since 2017 until this year.
That's right.
But nobody's been clowning on the Spurs, and yet the Jazz got fined, and the Jazz are right in the middle of the tanking world.
Yes.
It was blatantly obvious what the Jazz were doing, But if they don't get the ping pong balls to bounce their way, they don't get Darren Peterson if they don't have those odds.
The Jazz mission accomplished by the tank. And they got a premier blue chip player.
Thank goodness that we can finally put the T-talk to bed, because it's been nauseating. But honestly, in your heart of hearts, in your softest of heart, Paulie.
Yeah.
How excited are you on a scale of 1 to 10 for Darren Peterson?
I'd say probably like an 8. I think he's going to be a solid piece.
See, and I'm more like a 9.5. I am ecstatic about DP.
Okay.
I don't know what's holding you back from being higher than a 9.
He's got to play more games. He's got to.
He's 19 years old.
He's got to play. He's got to play in at least 85% of games this season, I think.
I think he'll be durable.
All right.
I don't really.
You don't buy a lot of the college stuff.
I'm not. Maybe a little bit of his toughness, maybe a little bit more transparency on what was going on would have been nice from Peterson. If you really believe the cramping creatine talk,
some people believe it was an NIL holdout.
Yeah, there's a lot of theories, isn't there?
There's theories. Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how excited, how confident are you in Ace Bailey?
I feel good about Ace. I was real high when they drafted him, and I still like him as a starter. I think he might be the sixth man on this team, but I think he could be a great microwave offense type guy off the bench, or he could be a starter. I think his height and his length make him a really tough matchup for smaller forwards, guards that'll be on him. But I think he's a mismatch nightmare. I like Ace Bailey a lot.
I want to believe what you're saying. I want to believe that he slid to them at 5 and it was a great value pick, and the future's so bright and he's only going to get better. But I have my reservations. I am more like a 7.9 on Ace Bailey out of 10.
13.8 points, 4.2 rebounds, 1.8 assists on 44.3% shooting last year.
But that doesn't tell me, that doesn't, number 5, that doesn't say superstar in your rookie season.
I'm trying to see how many games he played in, because he had a long stretch where he was hurt as well.
Yeah,
so
that's a concern too.
Yeah,
that's a concern too.
72 games played.
Yeah, missed 10 games. That's not bad.
Games. Not bad.
Yeah, no, that's I'm fine with that number.
Yeah.
Cody Williams on a scale of 1 to 10.
I think it's time to sell all your stock on Cody Williams.
I don't think. Why? So you can lose your money? You invested in this kid. He's a first-round draft pick. You're going to sell the stocks on going into his 3rd season?
I think so.
You can't sell at a lower amount. You're going to lose everything.
So what, you hope he catches a flash in the pan and plays pretty well so you can trade him? He's obviously not a part of the future.
No, I'm not.
He's not a part of the core.
No, he's not. He's not a part of the core, but part of the future. I disagree. They're hoping that he is. When they drafted him,
8 or whatever.
This 3rd year in the league, or 2nd year in the league. That's where you take your jump, right? Once you have to have a season under your belt or a 2nd season under your belt, that's where you take that kind of that jump, right?
Yeah.
I think we saw Filipowski do that off the bench. We saw Filipowski really his 2nd, 3rd year kind of grow into his own. But Cody Williams has not done anything for Jazz fans to get ecstatic about.
67 games played, averages about 9 points, 8.8 points.
Yeah, get excited about that.
3 rebounds, 2 assists.
You could do that in a City League game tomorrow, just rebounding and getting putbacks.
That's right.
Like that is not hard to do.
So
8
he
points a game.
He was the 10th pick. I'm sorry, not the 8th, but still a top 10 lottery pick to deliver.
Cody
the way
Williams, it was a top 15 pick, wasn't he?
10th
Cody
pick.
Williams was 10th.
10th overall.
Ace Bailey is 5th. Darren Peterson is 2nd.
2.
Those 3 guys should be your core and a big part of your future, and yet we're not sold entirely on Cody Williams, if at all.
I'm not on it at all.
And I'm not sold on Ace Bailey like you are.
See, I have a little more belief in Ace, but I think the ship has pretty much sailed for Cody Williams.
I don't think you can say that at this point. I think that's a very premature.
Well, I've labeled Anthony Richardson a bust. I've been quick to label guys, and I think
Lamar Jackson's still a bust in your book.
In the playoffs. That's right.
Yep. Yep.
All right.
Look, I think you've hit a home run with Darren Peterson. Now you need Bailey and Williams to just progress. You need to see big areas of improvement for both of these guys. Maybe a little bit more improvement from Cody Williams. He was more the project than Bailey is.
Just get the guys that have already been all-stars to play at that level. Jaren Jackson Jr. and Lowry Markkanen I'm talking about. Those guys got to be good, if not great, next year.
Yeah, you don't need Cody Williams and Ace Bailey to lead you in scoring.
No.
You just need support. You need rebounding defense, and you shoot a good percentage and just be a role player and hope that they just keep developing into stars. That's kind of the hope this year. Don't try to do too much.
Yeah.
And look, when you're the 10th pick or you're the 5th pick, you have high expectations. You believe in yourself. So there's some interest in those two pieces more cloudy than Darren Peterson's future. Like, what are the odds right now that Ace Bailey makes an All-Star game in the next 3 seasons? I think it's less than 50% right now. Like, you got to score 20 plus, and you have some other supplemental stats you want to be even in the remotely in an All-Star candidate race.
Yeah.
I mean, gosh, guys in the league are scoring 30, 32 a night.
Not rookies.
Okay, fine, not rookies, but all-stars. I'm not talking about rookies. I'm talking about if you are the fifth
He was
pick,
a rookie last year.
but I'm not talking about that. You're taking it out of context. If you're the 5th pick in the draft in your second season, if you're going to be a superstar, you should flirt with making the all-star team at the 5th pick. But it doesn't happen all the time.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of busts in the NBA, as you quickly labeled them.
Yes.
And I'm not sure why you're so high on Ace Bailey. What has he done to show you that he is a potential all-star in the next couple of seasons? Other than be the number 5 pick in the draft. And, 4 other teams passed on him for some unbeknownst reason.
Yeah.
Give me a break. Ace Bailey has a lot to prove this year. You're the 5th pick in the draft.
Yeah.
Number 5. You're going into your second season. Okay, you're not an all-star here, but you should definitely average more points than you did your rookie season where there's a big learning curve and the game is coming at you hot and heavy and faster and they're bigger and stronger and faster. And you can't dunk on everybody like you did in college at Rutgers University.
So your boy VJ Edgecombe, who you were super high on, averaged about 2.7 points more than Ace.
Yeah, and
You were super high on this guy. You loved this guy.
Also shot it better, also played defense better, and had just as many rebounds as Ace Bailey, and he's three inches shorter.
He played 3 more games. That's it. So
He played 75, 82. That's pretty durable.
That's pretty durable, but that's not even 20 points a game. You're talking about these top picks like they're just built to average 20 or more. Like, he was a rookie. He averaged less than 20. You still think he's a superstar in your mind.
I think you'll see improvement out of VJ Edgecombe this year.
And you'll see improvement out of Ace Bailey this year.
I hope you're right.
Well, why do you hope?
Because
You're just assuming VJ will. But why not? Why won't Ace improve?
I have not. You brought up VJ.
I know I did as a comparison because you're dumping on Ace's rookie season, and you were loving this VJ Edgecombe guy
At the draft.
and early in the season.
And he scored more points than Ace Bailey
Barely.
did. On a better team with less shots to go around.
right.
Ace Bailey played with a bunch of bums last year in tank mode. He should average 20.
All right.
He should average 20. Tell me why he shouldn't. As the number 5 pick in the draft, you should be able to come into the NBA if you think you're an all-star, and he acted like he was going to be a big hot commodity all-star coming out the way him and his agent acted coming out of college.
You just don't like him because he wasn't high on Utah to start. It seems like he's come around on Utah. He's happy to be here.
Oh, you've talked to him.
Well, it seems. I mean, from
You've
draft
talked-
night to now, it
You
seems
don't-
like he's made a full 180.
You don't know that.
I
Why?
think so.
Because he threw out T-shirts at the draft party? Like, what makes you say that?
I think he's bought in.
Maybe he's flying out on the weekends and doesn't like Utah. You don't know that. That is completely conjecture on your part.
He seemed like a good soldier from everything we saw.
I hope you're right again, but you don't know that. You don't talk to Ace Bailey.
I don't talk to Ace.
All I'm trying to say, I'm not dumping on Ace Bailey. All I'm saying is I want to see a big swing in the improvement category from year 1 to year 2 as the number 5 pick.
And I think you will see that.
Well, okay, how many shots is he going to get off with now Darren Peterson,
If he's the
Keontae
sixth
George, Lowry
man-
Markin, and Jaren Jackson? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know
It's
that
crowded.
if he's going to average 16 in his sophomore season to upwards of 18 points a game, which was where I would feel really good about his improvement. If he could go from 13 to 18, 5 more points a game, that's taking shots away from Markkinen. That's taking shots away from Jaren Jackson, Darren Peterson, and
It's the
Keontae
same
George.
debate other teams have. The
Sure.
the Wizards,
There's only one ball.
Bonds is only going to get shots when Trae Young and Anthony Davis and all these other guys don't shoot it. Eventually, your best players materialize. Eventually, the guy makes himself known.
Yeah, Trae Young has to feed to Bonzi. He's not going to run point guard like he did in Summer League. That's
right.
a very good point.
Yes.
And the same can be said about Ace Bailey, he's not going to create his own shot because you're going to have the ball in Peterson and Keontae's hands coming down the court. They're going to be the distributors, Collier as well. And so that's a very valid point. I'll give you that. But I still want to see improvement. You're the number 5 pick in the draft. You should be closer to making an all-star team by year 2 and 3 than not. And based on his
How many
rookie
rookies
numbers
made the All-Star game?
Over the course of time, or
No, this year.
I'd have to look.
Cooper Flag, maybe that's it. Maybe what's his name, Con Knipple?
I wouldn't be surprised if
Both
Peterson
of those guys,
and DeBonza made the All-Star game this year.
I know, but how? I'm talking about Ace's class where he was drafted in, not DeBonza and Peterson's class. I'm talking about among DeBonza's class.
One
Cooper Flag.
One.
Is it Cooper
I don't
Flag?
think VJ made it.
Yes, he did not.
One.
I don't think. Okay. And
You'd have
Dylan
to-
Harper didn't either.
I'm not looking it up. You would have to look it up.
Yeah.
Look,
it lends to my side of the argument.
Here's what's exciting about the Jazz. We're finally past the tank era. That was the most unwatchable stretch of basketball since the James Naismith invented the game.
Okay.
It was unwatchable, Paul.
Yeah.
How many Jazz games did you watch start to finish? I'll answer it. Zero. A big fat zero. You didn't watch one damn Jazz game from start to finish last year. Why? It was unwatchable. If Ace Bailey would have been better, you might have been intrigued to watch him perform a whole game. But he
Yeah.
wasn't that good. He wasn't that
He had
good.
some good games.
There was
he
some-
definitely
there
had
was some
good
moments,
games.
sure.
Yeah, he had some big games.
Sure. There was some moments against the Sacramento Kings or against the Portland Trailblazers. I don't think there was any moments against Wemby. I don't think there was any moments against, the Knicks. I don't think there was any moments that were notable, though. Look, I'm not saying that Ace Bailey's not going to be a superstar. I'm just saying I didn't see enough from him this last year to go all bananas and get crazy excited about what the future might be yet. I need to see more. I need to see a big swing in the improvement category. Like Tim the Tool Man, home improvement. What have you been doing in the offseason to hone your skills and get better? And I didn't see that in Summer League.
Yeah.
Back spasms. I saw back spasms. You should be healthy. What are you out doing? High sky diving off diving boards? You
think
going
he showed
cliff
his
jumping? Why
potential.
are you getting back spasms? You're a young, healthy buck.
I think he showed his potential. He had a 37-point game against Toronto. He had a 32-point game against the Wizards in April.
Who had the number 1 pick in the draft.
That's right.
Yeah, a really good team.
What did Toronto make the playoffs?
I already made my point. Tell me when he did that against Wemby and the Spurs. Tell me when he did that against the Knicks.
All right.
Tell me when he did Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. Go look at his Denver box scores for me.
All right.
Yeah. Got to take a break. Justin Hickson, the newest coach in Region 9, going to join us on the program next. Stick around. It's The Drive on the Fan Sports Network. Hey, we're back, everybody. Did you miss us? Thank you for sticking through the break. We are live on the Fan, and as promised, the newest baseball coach in the Region 9 coaching frat is Justin Hickson. He's in studio with us. Good morning, Coach.
Good morning. Thanks for having me on.
Coach has landed that job out there in H-Town, and what a job it is dealing with state champions coming from Region 9. Grantsville was the last team in 2013 that won a state championship that's not been a Region 9 team. How dominant has this region been? Well, 13 straight state championships, and now you're going to try to take Hurricane into that fray. Coach, tell us about how you got hired. Give us the backstory. Tell us about the interview process and landing the job.
The principal, Dan McKeon, reached out to me through text and just was asked if I was interested in having a conversation about it. And I said, absolutely. Love to hear about the job. And then had me come in and chatted with him a little bit and with Ted Hyde. They just asked me a bunch of questions and then asked if I would be interested in applying for the position. And so I was all about it. I do know that Ted said, he doesn't know, like, my baseball knowledge is pretty good, but I do have a major league bicep, so I was pumped on getting that compliment.
It's a good compliment.
Yeah, Mindy's noticed that, right?
Yep.
Did she compliment you, or you guys been married too long now?
No, she still does. 20 years this August.
Oh, congratulations.
Thanks.
Who's more excited about the job, Mindy or Sawyer or Peyton, one of your kids?
My Peyton is, because she's a teenager. She's right in that age group. And so she, one of the first things she asked me is if there were any baddies on the team. So she's excited to,
All right.
she's excited to see the team in action. So
I love it.
Coach, wanted to ask you, obviously with Coach Cowan, Coach Stout, the athletics at Hurricane have been on the rise the last few years. I mean, that's paramount and very evident. What are you going to do to bring the baseball team to the competition level that we've seen from Coach Cowan and Coach Stout squads?
I think it really is going to come down to the details of just fine-tuning everything. What I have seen, even at the college level, I've seen more teams lose games than they do go out and win games. And I think if we really focus on those details, executing the plays, doing the little things well, that we can drastically improve. And these guys are going to be in for a rude awakening about what my standard is and what I'm expecting of them.
I kind of got excited. I think it was 2 years ago. They didn't win a region game, and then they went over to Pineview in the regional and took them to a game 3. And if I'm not mistaken, I want to say it went to maybe extra innings. It was a tight game 3, and I was like, okay, they finally got a game, even if it was postseason.
Yeah.
And then Coach Pearson had a better year last year, won a couple region games, made the postseason, and it looks like there's been steady progress. It looks like there's more Hurricane baseball players that are playing on travel teams. I mean, I don't know what your summer was like, but did you get your core together to play a lot of games as a unit, or are they all off with their own teams?
As of right now, they're kind of doing their own thing. What the plan is to change that. I just got brought on, and
Sure.
all the paperwork that goes into it to be able to be coaching the players. So, but the plan is moving forward to do what these great teams have done down here, like Snow Canyon and Crimson Cliffs, and have those guys playing together consistently throughout the year.
Justin played college at Cal Baptist. Don't hold that against him. All you Utah Tech fans know that's been kind of a little Pac-West rivalry and even spilled into the WAC, and now they'll be splitting up conferences. I always know that's a huge road trip for the baseball team, the basketball team. Obviously, Cal Bap doesn't have football, but you coached at Biola. Didn't you help at Cal Baptist, your alma mater?
Yep.
Okay, and then Cal State, Bakersfield, and then you had a season with Coach Fade at Utah Tech, and now taking over here at Hurricane. What's the whirlwind been like? The texts, the phone calls, what's the interaction with the players been like as you're trying to get settled in and get the ball rolling so you guys can have a good fall season and then hit a hard first of the year?
A lot of the players are very excited. I've gotten a lot of texts about reaching out that they're excited to get started and seeing what the direction's going to be going forward. I know a lot of the surrounding community, just talking to some of the people, have mentioned how excited they are and to see what we can do. So it's been a whirlwind. And
You lost your two best pitchers.
yes,
You're a pitcher. You work with pitchers, catchers. That's your area of expertise. I don't know what the cupboard has. I know there's some guys that'll be back that have some pitching prowess and pitch some innings. But tell us about your philosophy, your style, coaching wise.
with the pitchers, I would say the first thing that we discuss is an attack mentality. Well, I don't want them to ever say in their minds, like, don't walk this guy, don't walk this guy. They need to reiterate to themselves, attack, attack, attack. I think with the program that we have that developed over the course of the years, you know, we'll work on things when our catch play, because you can only throw so many bullpens a week. So our catch play will be very important. We're going to focus on the details of pitching, of where pitches need to go in each count. And I think the biggest thing, it goes back to the losing games instead of winning games. If they just attack the zone and get ahead, they will find success. And the biggest thing and the biggest obstacle that I've always faced with pitchers is they want to strike everyone out. And I just quote the old movie, Bull Durham, strikeouts are fascist. You need to just get a ground ball, get a fly ball, get those early pitch outs, and, you know, stop using 80 pitches to go through 4 innings or 3 innings, you know, like, let's go deep into the game. The plan is to try and get as many pitchers as we can, even guys that may not have pitched that much in the past, because what I noticed watching the region tournament last year is you get down to those final games and teams are out of pitching.
Sure.
So you're going to need to make sure those guys have had some innings under their belt.
Yeah, I think we saw that with Desert Hills in the state championship. They finally kind of ran out of pitching, and Asher Williams is a freshman, and he's a great athlete, and he's one of the big names in Region 9, but he hadn't pitched all year, and then you start him in a state championship decisive game 3, and the rest is history, and Snow Canyon takes the state. Not that it's Asher's fault, but that's to your point. Like, you got to develop these guys through the season, so in those moments you have that depth in the rotation. You do have some guys coming back that hit it. Your leading hitter last year was Joey Monty at 391. He's going to be a senior, so he was a junior last year. You got an incoming junior, Karsten Goebel, that hit 344. Jack Stewart, one of your outfielders, hit 333. So you do have some guys coming back that did hit it well last year.
Yes.
That's got to be exciting.
Yeah, I'm pumped, because obviously it always helps. The name of the game is score more than the other guys. So that's why my focus this year is to really get the pitchers to just compete and keep us in the game, because we do have an offense that can put up some runs. And when people can have the bat to ball skill, it makes it so much easier to run an offense, because you can do way more things. You can do the hit and runs. You can, the first to thirds, you can put a lot of pressure on the opposing teams. And so I'm excited. It's nice to have a good offense.
One guy, you have one of my favorite players in the region. I think it's one of the best stories in all of Southern Utah sports, maybe in the state of Utah, and that's Gianni Giamalva. A kid that beat cancer, had a tumor on his brain, couldn't play, was with the team in the dugout, wearing his beanie, stuck around the program, and then his junior season, after missing his entire sophomore season with cancer treatments, came back, actually one of the league leaders in stolen bases.
Yeah, he was
the
up
fastest can be. Were you familiar with his story at all before you got the job?
No, not before I got the job, but I was familiar with his stolen base numbers.
Yeah, he's got speed out there.
Yeah. We had him on the show talking about his journey and stuff, and him and his dad, awesome family, really cool. Can't wait to see what he can do in his senior season. I mean, cancer sucks. # cancer sucks. Absolutely. And here's a kid that's still playing the game he loves and has beat cancer. So it's a really, really cool story. Those are stories that you get excited about as broadcasters when you see kids get back out on the field after missing time. It's special.
What's great about a story like that is for people like him, there's so many athletes that the moment in the game is the most important thing. And if you fail in that moment, it just weighs you down. What he shows is that there's far more to life than baseball.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, you can be like, hey man, I've faced the toughest battle. This guy throws 92.
They will.
Bring it on.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a super resilient kid for sure. Much like the team last
Well, the
year.
team, too, and they got a bad beat. I don't know all the details, but I do know that they were going up to play Mountain View in the playoffs, and a player had a family member hit in a car accident, and the news came when they were on the bus going to the game. And if you remember, they kind of got beat up in that first game and ended up losing 4-3 in a decisive game 3. And I think that, sometimes you can have these distractions or these tragedies and it takes you a minute to use that as fuel and process it. And I think that was kind of part of the storyline in the playoffs and maybe that early exit too for the Tigers.
Yeah.
That's about all I know on that story.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know more, but I just heard a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's never easy when you have those type of distractions. You see it in all levels of sports where those tragedies or big changes to your routine happens, and it does take an adjustment time to just like refocus because you're just in shock of what happened and you're not really concentrating on the game. You're just like, what? Like, did we really just go through this right now?
Yeah.
Justin Hickson, the newest coach in Region 9 baseball, maybe in the entire region. I'm trying to think if anybody's got hired in the last couple of weeks since, what's it been, 2 weeks since you got the job? Yeah, probably one, if not the freshest coach in Region 9. I might have missed a hiring. Maybe somebody hired somebody in the last couple of days and I'm not aware of it. But going to be helping the Hurricane Tigers and trying to get them to the next level and compete in what is your perception of Region 9? You've watched, you've recruited, you've seen some of these players come out of our region. You're seeing how many kids are signing out of our region, mostly JUCOs nowadays because the way college athletics has evolved with NIL and the transfer portal, but there's a lot of next level guys. We just saw Petey Soto and Tyler West drafted. What's your perception of the region as a whole? It
is a very competitive region. I always have said that Utah, I feel like Utah baseball, coming from California, a lot of people are just like, oh, like kind of poo-poo Utah baseball, it snows all the time and they don't understand. Like, hey, there's a whole southern section where it's very hot. You can play year round.
Yeah.
And I will say that those teams, there's a lot of talent. I recruited and saw some amazing talent here. I'm glad Harmon Skeen's gone.
You can mash a baseball.
Yeah, you throw a ball over a plate, you're just praying. But yes, it's a lot of talent, and it's not just the players; it's the coaching too. Like there's incredible coaches in this region, and it's going to be very difficult, and it's going to be a challenge. But that's the great thing. I love challenges. I hope our team embraces that and embraces challenges. I mean, right now we're all undefeated, so.
And I don't think people realize, I don't even know if I even realized how much passion Southern Utah had for baseball. We got our streaming numbers back. Paul, you remember the Thursday game? It was Desert Hills and it was Crimson to see who faced Snow Canyon in the best of 3 state championship. After the term was over, KSL sends this little report of our streaming numbers. We had 111,000 people watch that baseball game. And I was blown away.
Wow.
I was like, the people in Southern Utah mainly watching because they couldn't make it up to Kearns High School to watch that game. That's the kind of, we talk about football and it's big here and basketball and some of these other sports. But baseball really, truly is beloved in Southern Utah. You go around in the spring and the fall and every baseball diamond that is playable has got a little league game going on. People love their baseball down here in our neck of the woods.
Yeah. It kind of took me aback a little bit because it blew me away how much you go to a game and there's so many people there, and it's not just parents.
Right.
It's like the local community that is coming out to support, and it is amazing to see. I love seeing it. It's great for the players to be out there. So many kids hit college and they're like, what are all these people doing here? There's so many people, but our players will be used to it because it's packed out every single game.
Can't wait to see what Coach Hickson can do, the new coach of the Hurricane Tiger baseball program, and can't wait for Joey and Coach Hickson's pizza review coming to social media soon.
Yeah, I just do pepperoni, Joey. Pepperoni only. I know you do a lot of options.
Yeah, Joey's going to have to. It's a curveball, Coach. Just threw you a curveball. You got to swing and hit it. I love it. Coach, thanks for stopping by. Excited to see what you can do out there in H-Town, and best of luck to you in the Tiger program.
Thank you. Appreciate you having me on here.
All right, Justin Hickson, everybody, live in studio, hanging out with us here on the drive. Got to get to a timeout. We're back to wrap the show up on a Tuesday right after a message from our great local partners. Yeah, we are back. It is the drive from the Finley Hyundai Studios. Finley Hyundai 3-day sales event. They still got the Freedom Sale, the getaway sales event going all month long, but they've added a little bonus for this Friday, Saturday, and Monday. I'm going to hook you up with a $500 gas card with any new car purchase. So if you're in the market for a car, you've been kicking the tires, you've been looking around, go get over there to Finley Hyundai this week. And then I'd wait till Friday or Saturday to buy that car. And then you get, what about at least 5 tanks of gas?
Yeah.
Probably more like 7 or 8 tanks of gas, even though it's back up to $4 a gallon or so, depending on where you shop and fuel up. Probably hates going to the gas pump right now. Is that like your least favorite thing to do twice a month is go just watch the dollars add up at the gas pump? Good thing.
It's painful.
Good thing you don't have a hour commute, right?
That's right. That does help.
That was fun. Justin Hickson, newest coach in Region 9, I think. I haven't heard of anybody else getting hired in the last 2 weeks since Coach Hickson landed the Hurricane baseball job. Taking over for Steve Pearson. We didn't really talk too much about Coach Pearson, but they've had kind of a Pearson was the guy. They had a couple coaches, then back to Pearson, and hopefully Coach Hickson can take over and really build this thing up and make them a factor and put them in the Region 9 race. That is easier said than done.
Yeah.
And I do like what Coach Dixon said. I think he's spot on. I mean, you've kind of had a change in the guard. You still have Coach Seacrest and who's the elder statesman in the coaching fraternity in the region since Coach Messerly and Coach Ibsen and some of these older coaches, retired Coach Jerry Beck, some of these coaches that moved on the last, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. But you got young guys now, Jagan Levitt, Coach Hickson, Chandler Nyberg, Kyler Walker. We're starting to see players that I called games for now take over as head coaches. And so I think this is a home run hire by Daniel McKeon, the principal, and Marcus Matua, the athletic director, and everybody involved out there in Hurricane. I start naming names, I'm going to leave somebody off the hiring committee, I'm sure. But the point of the matter is I'm excited about this hire for Hurricane baseball.
Yeah, should be a good hire. I think I asked him the question, you've seen the basketball team do well, the football team improve monumentously.
I do believe that winning is contagious.
Yeah.
Right? When you see other sports having success, you want to taste that for your program. And,
sure.
And it's hard to play 3 sports now. You're seeing less and less high school 3-sport stars.
Yeah.
Because your time has to be divvied up. And for you to start with a growing, we're still a small market, Paulie, but this town is growing.
Yes.
Every other year we're the fastest growing city in the country. And if you've driven around southern Utah, you've seen that we're really not slowing down on the home building side of things. So it's going to be, and there's a lot of growth out there in Hurricane. Their numbers are going to keep going up and up and up. So that was a lot of fun. If you missed that, we'll get that posted on our social. You can we'll get it podcasted on the website. All those things. Appreciate Coach Hickson coming by, and I'd met Coach Hickson before. It's been 4 years since I've seen him, but when I heard he got the job, I was really excited for Hurricane baseball. A guy that's coached at the collegiate level, he's going to bring a wealth of knowledge to the Tiger baseball program, and it's always interesting to see how a new coach does in a loaded Region 9. One of the big stories we haven't got to today, I want to finish up with this, Paul, because we're running out of time. We got about 5 minutes left in the show.
Yeah,
it's just, time flies when you're having fun. LeBron James, what in the heck is taking so long for LeBron James to make a decision? I feel like he's holding the league hostage to a certain extent. The latest on LeBron is Rich Paul says there is absolutely no rush on his decision, that all of the teams have done enough. So everybody that's got a shot to land him has put all their cards out on the table. Is this really, truly this tough, or does LeBron know where he wants to go?
I don't know. I think he does know where he wants to go, but he's just drawing this out. 2 minutes ago from Evan Siddery, who's a NBA reporter for Bleacher Report, it looks like. He's narrowed his 3 finalists before making a long-awaited free agency decision. Looks like the Cavs, Heat, and Sixers are the most likely destinations for LeBron, according to Evan.
Is he ruled out the Warriors?
I think, according to this,
because him and Draymond have sure been spending a lot of time together. Are you sure you want to cross the Warriors off the list, or is that just me reading too much between two buddies?
I mean, it looks as if the 3 finalists are these 3 teams. So a return home to Cleveland the 3rd time, a return home to Miami the 2nd time, or a new home in Philadelphia.
Well, either Draymond is just friends with LeBron then and not talking about coming to play for Golden State. I mean, could you imagine LeBron with Steph Curry and Draymond Green for one more year, then Yaxel Lundenborg, their young rookie, some other young talent on that team?
Yeah.
That actually makes sense to me. I don't think that Giannis and LeBron alone is enough in Miami. But, he was there before, Pat Riley. The 76ers is the really interesting one. Do we really get excited about Cleveland on a retread again for the 3rd time? That doesn't excite me. I think the Warriors and 76ers excite me more than a retread. Obviously, he loved his time in Cleveland and Miami, and that's why they're finalists.
Yes.
Do we care that LeBron is taking so much time to make a decision on where he's playing at his age? Because he still put up stats again last year, and he is still LeBron James with all his clout and credibility and championships and longevity and social media following and brand elements and ticket sales and jersey sales. Like, there's a lot that goes into this.
Yeah, but the Lakers, who were so excited to acquire him, couldn't have gotten rid of him quicker.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest thing to me is, why don't the Lakers want him with Luka? Why? That's my question. If he's so good, if he's so talented still, why don't the Lakers want anything to do with him?
Because You handcuff the organization with the bankroll. I mean,
Okay.
you can't pay Luka what you're paying Luka, and then turn around and play LeBron more than that at his age, and re-up Austin Reeves, and have nobody left on your roster to pay.
Yeah.
You just took on Kessler's contract, and he's going to be up. For an extension. He got less than he probably would have gotten in Utah, but he still got paid over $100 million. And so you're really, unless you want to go pay the luxury tax threshold, it's tough. I mean, there is a salary cap in the NBA still. Last time I checked, unlike Major League Baseball, which is probably coming.
Yeah.
But Rich Paul quoted on the podcast with Kellerman, I don't know when his choice is going to be made. It could be 48 seconds from now. It could be 48 minutes. I don't know. Again, you can't make somebody know something that they don't know.
Oh, he knows.
That's the thing. It's like, do you
You're
know,
not
though?
fooling anybody. I mean, this is just the LeBron media tour.
Paulie, I don't know that he knows, and I don't know that you know. Why do you think he knows? Like, this is a big decision in the latter stages of his career. He wants to chase the ring. This is, I don't not believe that. Why do you not believe that?
Because everything in his entire career has been overplayed and drawn out. The decision, the national TV decision when he went to Miami.
No, wait a minute.
I mean, he's always been one for the theatrics,
Wait a
and
minute.
I'm just kind of sick of it. You know, I mean,
Paulie, if
he's 42 or whatever. He's not the same player he was when he was making that decision. This doesn't need to be as drawn out as it has been. He should have just been like every other free agent. I'm signing with fill in the blank. Like, shouldn't be this big production.
From personal experience, when I decided to leave ESPN 97.7 after 19 years, it took me 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Going back and forth a month. It was forever. Finally, my wife's like, you got to make a decision. I don't know that I'm buying your argument, but I do feel like the media is involved and we're being held hostage. So LeBron, please make a decision soon.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many people care until he makes the decision. I mean, it's just fluff in July right now.
Yeah.
Paulie, rate the show.
Oh, good show. I like Coach coming in. I think Hurricane's going to have a nice season. He seems like a great guy. I like the content. I'm going to go 9-3 today.
We talked Big 12 quarterbacks. We had our tiers. We had some fun with the Jazz Summer League. Paulie and I disagreed on the upside of Cody Williams and Ace Bailey. Hoping they take a jump. This year for the Utah Jazz. We'll be back, Paulie and I, tomorrow. Same time, same place. Thanks for watching on YouTube. Thanks for listening on the radio, the website, the app. You guys have a good one.